Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ty, and I'm back with another video. So it is 9:55 in the morning right now. Um, I haven't even been up for more than, I'll say, 30 minutes. When I woke up this morning, I had visions of my dreams that was coming back to me, and I don't know if you guys have heard me speak on it before, but I have spoke before about how I never remember none of my dreams. I barely remember pieces of it. Spirit did guide me a couple weeks ago to start keeping a pen with me next to my bed so that I can start writing down the things that I do remember from my dreams. But I didn't really. I believe since Spirit revealed that to me, I probably like maybe two, maybe three that I don't remember times that I realized that I did remember a little bit, but I really didn't remember much. And I didn't have the pen with me because I was thinking to myself, it's not going to work because I never remember. And now that I'm sitting here saying it out loud to you guys, it made me also realize that a lot of times Spirit give us messages and we'll know that we received the message, but we'll second guess it because, I don't know, I guess it's just a human thing that we do. But Spirit knows best. So anyway, so this morning when I woke up, I didn't have anything to write it down, but I remember two specific things very vividly in my dream, and that usually doesn't happen for me. So the things that I did remember, one of the things I remember, I was screaming out the first and last name of a woman who had tried to take advantage of me when I was a minor. I spoke about this before on one of my shorts, quickly, and I spoke about how I felt liberated because I seen her brother in the store, and I finally told her brother what happened because I never told anyone besides my mom and my sisters. And at the time when it happened, my mom kind of brushed it under the rug because the lady was on pills at the time, and I guess my mom was saying that she was so high that she didn't know what was going on or what she was doing or what she was saying or whatever. So I really never got a chance to really get justice for what happened. And for a long time, it affected me. Not only that, other things happened to me when I was a child, so that just kind of added on to all of the things that I was already dealing with as I was growing up. So for me, it just kind of, just made the anxiety and the feeling of me feeling like trash, me feeling like no one really cared, me feeling like somewhat like it was a part of my destiny and I just gotta roll with the punches because, and like I said, it wasn't the first time that I felt that I was taken advantage of. So and I wanna say this too, and I feel like my heart spirit telling me to say it. I want to get this clear to people who have been taken advantage of. If someone attempt to do something to you in any type of way that you feel uncomfortable, that's in a sexual manner, that's in a manner that's making you feel uncomfortable, rather they touched you or not. Because this particular person that I'm talking about, she didn't actually get a chance to touch me, thank God, because the father of my child was there at the time. But anyway, yeah, I did have a daughter at a very young age. So at the time, my daughter dad was there, and I really to this day feel like if he wasn't there, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I wonder like what would have happened if he wasn't there, But I'm thankful that he was there. And I try to remind myself when I think like that, like, don't think about what if he wasn't there, because it was meant for him to be there. So it was never, she was never going to take advantage of you like other people did, because God positioned him to be there that day so that it won't happen. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. And before I go on to y'all, I just want to say, it was not my intention at all to post this video whatsoever. When I woke up this morning and God showed me those visions, and I didn't even get to the next one yet. What was the next one? I need to say it before I forget. It was me yelling out her name, and as I was shouting her name, I was saying that you won't get away with this. And I said, and I was telling my sister, and it was crazy because in my dream, I was talking to my sister and my mom. And I have 4 sisters. I'm the youngest of 6 and 1 brother. And I remember when I told my mom a long time ago about the situation with her, the lady who tried me, I remember I was in the car, and it was my mom and the sister that was in the dream that I just had last night. And so last night in the dream, y'all, it was my same sister that I told, like I said, when I told my mom what happened, it was my mom. So for me, now that I'm sitting here saying it out loud, it's kind of crazy to me, because what I was saying was, I was talking to my sister, but I knew that my mama was hearing me, because we was all in the same, like, I believe we was in the car. I know the first time that I told my mom what happened a long time ago, we was in the car, and I believe in my dream we was in the car too. So as I'm talking to my sister, I know consciously that my mom would hear everything that I'm saying. And usually I wouldn't say certain things around my mom that I feel like would maybe trigger her or hurt her or make her feel some type of way about what happened. But in this dream, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, and I wasn't trying to hurt my mom's feelings at all, because I love my mom, but I was so vocal on what happened to me. And I was saying how she won't get away with this. And what made me so angry is the fact that she kept sending me friend requests. And when I say the friend request, that's in real life. I just recently started a Facebook. I just recently got a Facebook page sometime last year when I was in nursing school. When I did that because I knew that once I finished school that I was going to get ready to launch my business, and I wanted to put my business out there. Because before that, I never in my life had a Facebook. I'm not the social media type of girl. I know it sounds crazy because now I got a YouTube channel, but I don't know if you guys heard me speak about it or not. But like I said before, I didn't even know I was going to start a YouTube channel. I kind of wanted to do it in my heart, but I feel like God just pushed me into it, just like everything else that happens in my life that I spoke about before. The things that's most important, like, I feel like the most important things that happens in my life is just like I just wake up one day and I just make that decision. And it's almost as if I know that it's a higher power that's making the decisions for me, and that's laying everything in my path so that I can make certain decisions and make me think a certain way. So anyway, I was talking to my sister, and I was telling her, yeah, like, she's not gonna get away with this. And I was like, and the other thing I remember too in the video, it was a guy that my mom had dated when we was kids, and he came across a large lump sum of money, right? And at the time, it was me and my sister. We was very young, probably like, I don't even know how old we were. We was very young though, like not older than the age of 10. And me and my sister is only, I believe, a year apart or 2 years apart. So when he came, with the money, you know how people is like, oh, you better call such and such. You just got all that money after you get some. So I'm like, so me and my sister like, okay, we're gonna call. Him and my mom wasn't dating anymore, but they were still, good friends or whatever. So when my sister called, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you some. Yeah, I got you. I got you. So I was thinking, okay, so I'm gonna wait a couple minutes before I call. Since my sister just called. So when I called, I asked the same thing, and my response was, what are you gonna do for me? At the time, I wasn't even in. I probably was. I don't even think I was in the 6th grade yet. I was young, and on top of that, I had already been dealing with things, you know, in my life. So I never. It fucked me up because I never expected him to say that to me. I always looked at him like, I'm not gonna say my stepdad because I ain't. It's only one man that my mom ever dated that I consider my stepdad. But I can say I just had respect for him because he was a man, and you're supposed to respect your elders. But I never thought that he would try me like that or say anything like that to me. So when he said that to me, it made me feel nasty and disgusted in the inside. And it made me feel like I wasn't shit because I felt like, well, why is it that he felt like he could ask me that, but he didn't ask my sister? And the thing is about me, I always kind of had a shape on me, even when I was young, so I developed fast. And with that being said, I feel like a lot of men preyed on me and looked at me in a sexual way because of how I looked. But at the same time, I was still a child. And it messed me up for a long time. And I didn't want to talk about it. And in my dream, like I was saying, y'all, I was on fire. Like I was, my voice was just like, I felt like a child at the time when I was going through all that. I felt like that child had came back, and she was talking for me as an adult. And I feel like that child was like, I suffered for years thinking something was wrong with me. We having to hold on to shit that I didn't deserve. And then, sometime last year when I was in school, we started talking about suicide, depression, and mental health issues. And that's when I really, really realized. I've been kind of new, but I put everything in a box and like put it in the back because I'm like, no one cares about what happened to you. I felt like it was time for me to I felt like I had to move on. And I can't keep crying the victim. Because nobody fucking cared, first of all. And then I had family members making it seem like I was making my mom look bad for expressing how I felt. So, but what they didn't understand is that I was dying. It was moments in my life, in my past, I didn't even want to be here anymore. Just thinking back on everything that I had went through, and then just dealing with things still to this day and just holding on to so much pain that I was holding on to, not being able to release it. And in the minute I do try to release it, people making it seem like I'm the goddamn problem. So I held everything in. And I really didn't tell people what happened to me. And later on down the road, when more things started to happen, I just kept it to myself. Because I felt like with me telling people about what I went through, it made me weaker. Because I get emotional. And I started thinking about the feeling that I felt when nobody did care. And when I woke up this morning, Spirit said, I asked Spirit, what is it that I need to focus on today? Sorry, my laptop was working hot. I had to cut it off real quick. Hold on, guys, give me 1 second. Anyway, sorry y'all, but so why does it keep making this noise? There must be too much stuff on here. My laptop is running so hot. Okay, there it goes. I'm sorry, you guys, but so like I was saying, when I woke up this morning, I asked Spirit, what is it that I need to focus on before I even got out of bed? And Spirit said, I want you to focus on your confidence. And I'm like, okay. I do feel like I should focus on that a little bit more, because when I'm making my, when I'm having conversations on the phone with my clients, I think with me just walking into this new season, everything just felt different. I'm not used to being the CEO on the phone. And the next thing Spirit told me was, like, Spirit was taking me back to my vision, well, not my vision, but my dream. The visions that I took from my dreams last night. And Spirit was like, I want you to talk about what happened to you. And I want you to tell the world what happened to you. I want you to share your story. And Spirit said, you have people that I have waiting to hear your story. And the reason why I have them waiting to hear your story is because it's going to help them with their story. And I believe that with me doing this, it's also part of God teaching me how to have more confidence within my own stories. And I think that a lot of times I be wanting to share a lot of things, because I got some stories. So I got a lot of stories. And I believe that a lot of times it be my Like, I want to share my stories, and I say that I want to share my stories, and I know that's why I started this channel, to share my stories. But with me battling with mental health myself and just trying to remain myself in a positive space so that I can make sure that I'm not self-destructing myself or harming myself from the negative programming that I was programmed as a child, by thinking that I shouldn't speak up when things happen to me. For me, just feeling isolated from the world and feeling like I'm gonna just keep everything to myself, because that's what I've been doing my whole life. Like, I don't really, you know. And then for a long time, it's like I didn't tell people my pain, because a lot of people that I told used my pain against me. So with me doing this now, y'all, it's like, it's very different for me. It's a change, and I'm just learning slowly how to embrace my truth and share my truth with others, so that anybody else who may have been taken advantage of, they can kind of learn how to gain their power back and not spend so much time hiding like I did. And God is telling me now that it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. And I just really want to speak to directly to the people who are connected to this video, that I know that once I post it, you'll see it, and you have been through some similar things that I've been through, and you too find days when you just get depressed and angry, and you isolate yourself from the world because you're just like, fuck the world. The world did you dirty. Don't be like that. God changed my life for the better. And those people who took advantage of me, that hurt me, that wasn't there for me. I remember when I told my family last year when I was in nursing school, I called my sister, and the oldest sister, and I told her, you know, I want to have a conversation with all of my sisters and brothers, because I'm going through something right now, and I feel like it's important that I talk to people about what I'm going through. And y'all got on the phone, and I was telling them that I was having suicidal thoughts, and I told them that I didn't want to be here anymore. And I told them that it wasn't nothing new that just happened overnight. I've been feeling like this for a long time now. And I was just done and tired. And when I said that, I believe my brother reply was something like, weak ass shit, or something of that sort. Basically just like throwing it away, like throwing his hands up, like, oh no, like, this what you called for? Like, basically like didn't fucking care in so many words. Like, I try to use different words, but sometimes it's like you just have to be real. If someone call you and tell you that they're having suicidal thoughts and they don't want to be here, the reply should not be you just being weak or anybody got time. We don't want to hear that. So now I would never in my fucking life go to my family and tell them if I'm going through something. And it helped me realize that helped me kind of, it ain't gonna lie, it made me a stronger person though. It did, because now I understand. What I took from that is that, I ain't gonna lie, at first I was pissed and I was angry, and I didn't even tell my sisters. I don't even think I finished the conversation with them either, because I just felt like, you know what, I don't even know why I wasted my time. I already kind of knew. I knew how all of them was in their personality, so I felt like, you know what, I don't even know why I'm wasting my time, and I didn't even want to tell them no more, because I felt shut down. And on top of that, I just felt like, don't nobody understand me, because nobody ain't walking my shoes. And I felt like it was pissing me off, because I felt like the relationship that you had with mom, you was using that to judge me on my relationship with mom. But in reality, your childhood experience wasn't mine. So you can't tell me how I'm supposed to feel with what I've been through. So with all that, like I said, I'll never in my life do that again. But I'm learning that just because you was born into a family with someone, family don't make you family. Family is someone who's going to love and support you through thick and thin. Family is not the type of people who's going to be there when everything is thick and when everything is going good. They're going to be there through the hard times too, through the thin times, to the times when you don't even know if you hear them, if you go understand. That's what family is. Family is support when you need it the most. So don't feel, if you are a part of a family where you feel like you had to always hide your voice and not speak your truth. Spirit really led me to make this message to remind those who was taken advantage of and may have spoke their truth then, but no one didn't want to hear them. It's time for you to speak your truth again. And it's not necessarily, I'm not necessarily saying go back to those same people you spoke your truth with. There's no need. They know your truth. It's time for you to speak your truth for yourself. Honor yourself. Respect yourself. Give yourself time to heal. Because if you don't, you're going to be like me, 31 years old, still, you know what I'm saying? I have done a lot better, but like I just said, like, I don't even talk about this. I don't. And as I'm talking about it now, I'm so crazy because I'm feeling like so confident within my words, because I know that this is something that happened to me, and I know that I'm not the only one that happened to. And I am so sick and tired of being sick and tired of this fucking topic. I feel like no one didn't care when I went through my shit. And there's so many people out here who going through the same shit, and I fucking care. So I feel like for me not to get on my platform and speak on the shit that I'm talking about right now, I'm being like everybody else and not really fucking caring. Because I know what's going on. Because I done ran into other people that done told me stories that something similar happened to them. And I still deal with, to this day, like I said, just keeping my mouth closed and not saying nothing to them. And now that I got my platform, I'm pretty sure my family's gonna see it. But I'm okay with that though. When I shared my pain with my family, no one wanted to speak up for me. So now, as Taisha, I'm gonna speak up for myself. I don't need anyone to be there for me anymore. I'm being there for myself. And by me being there for myself and showing up to the world and healing my own wounds that I didn't cause. But it's okay though, because I'm going to heal them by myself, me and God. And as I'm healing my wounds in confidence with sharing my wounds and what happened to me with others, I'm also going to be healing others too. So what I choose to do today, thanks to the Holy Spirit, because like I said this morning, I just was pushed to make this video. What I choose to start doing today is speaking more on my truth and encouraging others to speak more on their truth. And reminding you that, okay, this world is filled with darkness and light. Like I just said, if we choose to keep our mouth closed, like we have a muzzle over it, when we don't, release that. Release that muzzle, release that mute, and allow yourself to speak power back into yourself. Because when you do that, you allow yourself to spread that power of confidence. Because why are we walking around in lack or not feeling confidence in what we've been through? I know it's not shame. Did you take advantage of someone, or did someone take advantage of you? So if they took advantage of you, it's time for us to gain our power back. It's time for us to take control and take advantage of the darkness that's lingering in our community. We have to take advantage over that and spread light over it. Because as long as we keep letting things happen to us, after generation after generation after generation after generation after generation after generation, and everybody just walking around on eggshells, everybody talking about nothing, everybody worrying about how she gonna look and how she gonna look and how I'm gonna look, because that's my little sister, I wasn't there for her, that's my little brother, I didn't do nothing. It ain't, let's stop pointing the fingers right now. Don't even get angry at your parents who you felt like should have protected you. It's not about who was there and who wasn't there anymore. What it's about now is speaking up on the truth and saving the ones who's dealing with that shit right now to this day. That's what it's about now. We can't go back and change the past. I'm not angry. I'm not mad at nobody in my family. I'm not angry at nobody in my past that I have expressed what happened to. Like, I'm not mad at nobody. Because like God said, it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. And the reason why God probably placed that to happen for me is because I was the only one who was going to wake up one day and have enough confidence to speak on that shit. Not just to only speak on that shit, but to share what the fuck happened to me too. Not caring about what my friends gonna think. Not caring about what my family gonna think. Not caring about what nobody in this fucking world is gonna think about me. Because I know that what I'm doing is to help someone heal. And that's what life is about. Teach and learn. We all are learning and teaching others from our experience. But if we keep walking around, letting people take advantage of us, and we walking around with our head down, and we like, no, you're allowing more generations to grow up in that same shit. We ain't doing that no more, y'all. And not on this channel, we're not. So, y'all, I feel like I'm on fire like I was in the video. I mean, in the dream right now. So, I know this one nothing but spirit lead me to do this, y'all, and I'm just so happy that spirit woke me up with it. And I'm you know what, most importantly, I'm happy that I woke up this morning and I asked spirit, what is it that I need to focus on today? Because a lot of times I'm not gonna lie, I get up and I just be like, oh, thank you God for waking me up this morning. I always say that, but I just go about my day. But this morning I asked him what it is I need to focus on, and I know I had spoke before about me, you know, sharing things on my channel, and in the bio, that's what I talk about, sharing my journey to help other people heal. So I just know that this was all God's plan, divine timing, because like I said, it was not I didn't even know I was going to dream last night and remember, first of all. So I feel like I carried on long enough. I hope that my video helps somebody and encourage other people to speak up and tell their truth and know that you are not alone. If you don't have one friend or one family member who's going to be there and help you heal and just listening to you when you telling what happened to you. I'm here. You can leave me a comment. We can exchange information, email address, phone numbers. Like my mission of being here on this earth right now is to help people heal. And I know how I feel to have nobody when you need them the most. I've been through, I tried to kill myself. I have been raped. I have been molested. I have been taken advantage of. I have been in an abusive relationship. One time I seen a picture of my face after I didn't press charges on the guy, and I couldn't even recognize myself. And it's crazy because I thought about this morning too. And I feel like Spirit was telling me, I want you to talk about that too. So I'm going to talk about that too, about my domestic violence and shit crazy. Like, I've been that girl who people just don't like for no reason, just because I'm pretty. So you know how that the girl who nobody don't like, they never got a chance to get to know me. They just don't like me because all the guys like me, or you know, I got a little shape in it. I flirt too. Shit, hell yeah, I was a flirt back in the day. But a lot of people didn't like me because of that, because they felt like I got too much attention. So I grew up always, you know, feeling bullied by other people not want to fuck with me. And nah, man, I don't give a fuck about that shit no more. Like, I don't want no friends. Don't need no friends. I ain't even, no, not, let me not say that. Because I do have people in my life now that I consider my friends. But for a long time, I didn't. So I find myself saying that a lot. But I take that back. I have really good people in my life that we may not talk every day, but I pray for them, and I know they pray for me too. Shout out to Artisha, I love you. Shout out to Diane, I love you. Shout out Christine, I love you. Shout out to my cousin Alana, I love you too. Like I said, I got people in my corner now. If I miss you, please forgive me. Selena, I love you. Viti, I love you. But yeah, like, don't let nobody make you feel like you got a muzzle over your mouth or you got to be mute, because God gave you a voice to speak. It's people out here who don't have a voice. It's people out here who are mute. So if it was meant for you to be like that, you would have been one of those people, but you're not. So use your voice and help yourself heal, because we are our own worst enemy. And until we understand and learn that our lessons is only here to help us become a better person, we will continue to allow the lessons and the trials and tribulations to define us. But it doesn't define us, because I am no longer a victim anymore. I am a leader. I am the head. I am not the tail. And so are you. And your story is meant to be shared too, because even you have people connected to you, because everybody's going through shit. And if you've been through something 9 times out of 10, there's somebody else in this world who's been through the same shit. And just like you didn't have nobody to help guide you and heal you and teach you and protect you, they don't either. So if you know how I feel to be in that situation, why not become that healer for them, so that they don't have to endure the same pain that you went through when you went through it? Each one teach one. I am you and you are me. We are in this together. And when we give each other that helping hand and that helping heart and them helping words and just be there for them, it will help clear out the darkness of the wickedness that's going on within this topic, and allow it to have sun rays of sunlight in God's kingdom here on earth. So I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. I love y'all so very much, and know that God does too. Until next time, have a blessed day, y'all.